Hello and welcome back to Technical Tales, Agrarian Skies. There's been some progress. I ground out some dirt, and then as you may have noticed at the end of the last episode, I realised that if I started farming, that was going to be more efficient. So I've made this watering can, and basically a watering can works like bone meal, but doesn't use any up. So I needed a single piece of bone meal in order to create this. And now if I water a plant, and it works on any plant, including reeds, and bone meal doesn't even work on reeds, it speeds up the growth. Now the water goes in like a 3x3 area. Right there. So you can see that that's like a 3x3 area. So I made each of these growing patches 3x3, which is good. And then I surrounded it by sand so I could grow the reeds. You can see that like that's mature, and I can just harvest by right-hand clicking, and it leaves a basic one sort of planted there. I'm finding carrots are the best for making dirt. Basically, every time one matures, I do that. At first I was sort of holding it down until all 9 of them matured, but then I realised it was a lot quicker and more efficient to harvest the moment one of them pops up. And in that way I get carrots really quickly, and then I can compost them down for dirt. Also, of course, started making bread using the wheat, which is cool. Can't compost seeds, so I'm getting an awful lot of spare seeds, but I'm sure there's a use for them. Where's NEI? Where's my recipe thing? Hello, recipe thing? Huh. I'll check that out in a moment, because that has me slightly worried, because I sort of need the recipe thing in order to play the game. Right, so anyway, so I can throw carrots in here, and it composts up. Like so. And I've discovered I can mix items, so I put some carrots in there, but I can then add wheat and compost that instead. And just to top that up, I'm going to pop in a bit of bread. There we go. So that means I've got a nice steady supply of dirt. Also, I've put pumpkins and melons here because they're useful, and again, it's all compostable material, which is really good. Oops. And so we'll throw them in here. Melons don't do much, but pumpkins, they really fill the barrel. 89. I don't want to use up more bread. I'll leave that one like that. And I can grab the dirt. And I've been stockpiling it in here. Got 27 dirt so far. I mean, I could always filter it for materials, but there's other uses as well. Let me find out what's happened to NEI. Not sure what went wrong there. I did a force update of the mod pack, so it sort of reinstalled and NEI reappeared. So, what else was I saying? Oh yes, so I'm composting stuff. Let me just see if I can fill that last barrel. In order to get the dirt I'm going to need in order to get to the next step, and it doesn't take too long. So there we go, that's that composting, and I can start another one going with these pumpkins. The cobblestone generator works well. At first I was using a pick. I was using the pick, getting the cobble, then placing the cobble down, then hitting it with a hammer. It occurred to me after I stopped grinding all the materials that if I just hit it with a hammer, I'll get the gravel straight off. So that's a lot more efficient. I dug through that bit of dirt that was under there, because it means I can just hold the mouse button down here and it will grind away, and I can be, you know, watching a YouTube video or something on a second monitor. So it's not too bad, and I'm pretty certain we'll find a way to automate this pretty soon. Anyway, so that's like 9 gravel. And then in general, I've been filtering the gravel, getting the ores, and then grinding the ores down into an ore dust. So this is what we've got materials-wise. Now dust, that's like basically you get broken and then you break it down, Dust is the most efficient, is the final stage, this is the stage you want to melt in a, what's it called? Crucible? Well, the thing we're going to be building next. The other thing I did is I added this chest here. This is my quest chest. This basically has all the materials needed to complete a whole slew of quests, and that's what we're doing today. So let me just empty my inventory of stuff that I'm not going to immediately need. And we will grab the stuff from here. And let's start taking a look at these quests. Okay, let's start with Hell's Kitchen. Culinary arts are very important to survival of sentient beings. Learn to master recipes and restore some culture to the world. So, we're going to do this first one. So you were starving. Well, actually not anymore, because I'm growing a nice amount of wheat. Perhaps better foods might last longer and fill you up faster. There are several cooking implements for processing raw ingredients into components that can be combined into better quality meals. Use a juicer with some apples to increase the amount of hunger recovered when eating. Right, so we want to make a juicer, bakeware, and a mixing bowl. So, a juicer is stone and a pressure plate. Nice and simple. No, do not need to go in there. I picked everything up. So I've got myself 3 stone. Can turn 2 of them into a pressure plate. And there we go. There's a juicer. We wanted bakeware, which is I may not have enough clay. I may have fallen at the first hurdle. Well, I can make more clay pretty quickly. So bakeware is 8 bricks, and you make bricks. Oh no, I did. I cooked the bricks. Ha! That was foresighted of me, wasn't it? So there's bakeware. And the last one was a mixing bowl, I believe. That one's really simple. It's basically a wooden bowl with a stick to do the mixing. I like that recipe. So, wooden bowl, but add a stick, and we get a mixing bowl. Right, I have no idea how to use these, but I will look them up. But let's get to the quest. Second step, juicing. So basically I need to make some apple juice. Right, so how do I make apple juice? Well, presumably I need apples. Juicer. Do I use it? Place it down? No. Craft it with the apples? Yes. There we go. Apple juice. Yum. Oh, I'm getting well fed, whatever that means. Quest. Apple juice. Woohoo! So we have done this one. I get half a heart, 4 iron ingots, and a reward bag. See, this is why it's important to do quests, because they give you nice stuff. Claim reward. Right, let's go back and see what's that opened up here. Culinary genius. Further meals require more sophisticated cookware. Look up meal in NEI to see the many food types you can make. And for that I'm going to need a cutting board, skillet, mortar and pestle and a pot. So we'll probably leave that for now. Let's do as they say and look up the word meal in here. See what sort of stuff we can get. Whoa. So like using a cutting board, peanut butter, oh wow, this is just like, what? So each of these has one of the cooking implements. Like this has got a skillet in it. And then you get the ingredients and you end up with all the different food types. I'm not sure I'm going to go too much into this. I'll probably go into it as much as the quests need, but in general I'm perfectly happy living off bread. Okay, next quest. So we're going to leave culinary for the moment. Now I don't think I could do storage wars because the storage upgrades were a bit expensive. So I'm going to leave that one for now. Let's go learning for Skyblock. This is where the main stuff is. Right, we can do the librarian. So basically, during the course of playing, you're going to end up with a lot of books to guide you through the mods and maps. Rather than keep them in separate inventory slots, you can combine the book into a single thing. Any book in a bookbinder can be accessed. So we're going to make ourselves a bookbinder. I think I put the materials I need for that in there. Right. Bookbinder. 2 paper, 2 string. No, I've already picked everything up. I have to keep remembering that. All right. So paper and 2 string. Nice and easy. Let's make sure we complete the quest. Claim reward. So now we've got all these books. Materials are new, what's new, basic materials processing, world domination. How do I add them to the bookbinder? Do I craft it? Okay, the wiki that I'm using isn't helping because the bookbinder that it's showing up is for Mistcraft. It's for actually sort of binding books. Okay, that doesn't work. Ah! You open it up and it's like a shelf. Okay. So I won't put the quest book in there, but I will put the others. Are the ones that will work anyway. We shall look into that later. Let's open this reward bag that I forgot about. Put the apple juice away and the rest of the bakeware. I'll put those in tools. Bakeware, mixing bowl. The juicer looks like a button and it's confusing me. I'm looking for a juicer and there's just like a button there. Right, reward bag. Morvi Decor reward. Okay, I get 16 blood stairs. Yay. Not too excited about that, but oh well, it means I can build some nice stuff later. Okay, back to the quests. So we did the librarian. Let's do... Oh no, I did Dust in the Wind. Okay, it's the ones that are flashing. It was confusing because I'm an idiot. Right, I think... Yes, I can do this one. Sometimes you run low on food. To prevent starvation, bugs can be eaten. While not very filling, enough bugs can keep you from dying of hunger. Make a sifter from mariculture. Place it in an open area. Toss rotten flesh, leaves, and saplings into the sifter. Eat the results. You can use the maggots, ants, and other bait produced by the sifter with a reed fishing rod or any other mariculture fishing rod to catch fish for breeding. So let's make ourselves a sifter. So this is obviously a bit like the sieve. So it's 2 sticks, 2 wood, and a fishing net. And a fishing net is 4 sticks and string and a cross. That's the string. And that gives me, it gives me four fishing nets. What other uses do fishing nets have? I can make an item filter. That's interesting. It's presumably something that gets added to a mariculture machine. So you can sort fish or stuff like that. Mariculture appears to be a mod that's all about farming the oceans. Don't really have much in the way of oceans here. 2 sticks, 2 woods, sifter. Now it said place it in an open area, so I'm actually going to place it outside somewhere. Just wondering if it's somewhere appropriate. I think here will do. Oh, it's big. That's a lot bigger than I was expecting. Let me try and place it somewhere else. A bit more out of the way. There we go. It's more in the corner anyway. Right, so sifter detection task. I will get a maggot, quarter of a heart, and another reward bag. Aha! Can I just combine all of them? I can. A full heart. Consume to get an extra life. And the reward bag. Not sure what I'm going to do with the maggots. Obviously I can use it as bait. What's this? Shaped crafting. A rose, a flower, a jungle sapling, a raw red herring, regeneration droplet, maggot bait, carrots, lily. So lots of stuff, and I get something called a life core. I can use a life core in flood. Let me just take a quick look to see what a life core is, if I've got information on that. I don't. I think the wiki I'm using is a bit out of date. I'll have to find a better one. Okay, interesting. I just consume the heart. I now have 5 remaining. Reward bag. 4 peach saplings. Interesting, interesting. Always good to get more sources of food and stuff. Wrong chest. So I've got peach saplings there. I've also got these pomegranate saplings. Put the maggots in there. Hopefully they won't eat the melon and foods. Right. Did that open up anything else? It did not. Now I'm going to leave that one for now. And that one. So we are on to the main one for this episode. I'm smelting! I'm smelting! Oh, what a world! What a world! If the Wicked Witch of the East is so allergic to water, why was there a bucket of water just there? Just asking. Right, your first ore processing will be done using a smeltery from Tinker's Construct. You should have a book in your inventory titled Materials and Me. This book will help you learn how to use Tinker's Construct. There are 2 other books in this series that will be magically ported to your hands from M. Dio's library when you complete certain tasks. They will explain how to build a smeltery and how to make alloys and powerful personalized tools. To get started, you will need to make grout from clay, gravel and sand. Lava can be moved into the smeltery by using a clay bucket. So I need to make all of these. Seared tank, smeltery controller, smeltery drain, seared faucet, casting table and seared bricks. And then they're going to give me more seared bricks. So I think if I make one of each of those, plus these 16, I will have enough to actually make myself a nice small smeltery. So I ground out lots of gravel, but then I also needed sand, so basically I had to make twice the amount of cobble, turn it into gravel, turn that into sand, and then I had to make another load in order to get the clay. But it means I can basically make the grout I need. I get 2 grout for each one. I really have to start paying attention to numbers here. Grout, yes, 2. I could have done half the amount of work. Okay, I only need 25, so for now I am just going to grab that. I'll hang on to those. I'm pretty certain this all needs cooking, so if I go seared... so basically I need seared bricks for all of this stuff. Actually, I might need a bit more grout. If seared brick takes 4... No, I think I counted. And then like seared faucets. It's all using these seared bricks. So basically I need to cook the grout. Now, this second one here, I've been charcoal burning. So I've been getting spare wood from the trees, burning it, and that then turns it into charcoal. Which I've got plenty of charcoal, so I can throw that in there as a fuel, and I can cook the grout. So I'm going to cook all this grout into the seared bricks and make all the things I need for the completion of this. I'm also going to read up on how to build it, and we should probably think about where we want it to be. Now, seeing as this is where my crucible is and my cobblestone generator, which is sort of the source of the stuff, I'm thinking if I build a platform out back in that direction. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is it safe to make it out of wood? I mean, I have to use lava in this thing. Just wood is my most abundant building resource right now. I don't really want to have to grind out the cobble for it. So let me grab all the wood I've got and put away the stuff I don't need right now so I don't fall off the edge of the world and lose everything. Build myself a platform and I'll be back once I've made everything. Okay, I've made all these things because it turns out I think I need to make all this stuff before I get the book that tells me how to build a smeltery. So I figured you'd want to see me claim the rewards. So I'm going to get all that stuff and a quarter of a heart, and then I get to pick one. A slimy sapling, a peach sapling, a reward bag, or a full heart. Now, I've already got peach saplings. I've got 5 lives. The reward bag is random and can be rubbish, so I'm going to go with a slimy sapling on the basis that it might give me slimes or slime blocks, which is something I'll probably need at some point. Yay! So, right, I have claimed that reward. We've gained all the extra bricks. Casting call. Nope. Okay, where's this book? They said they would teleport in a book that would tell me how to build a smeltery. I know I can just look it up on a wiki, but I was expecting it to be in here somewhere. Oh, I think it actually appeared in my binder. Yes, it did. So, basically, I will read this. This is what you need in order to build a smeltery. So I made the smeltery controller, a seared tank, a faucet and a casting table, and they've given me 16 bricks in total. So I think I've got almost enough. I know you can make it various sizes, so I might make it bigger than the minimum. So this is like the smallest one you can get. It's like a 3x3, one high. You put the seared bricks round there, and then this is where those special bricks go. But if I make it bigger, it will be able to hold a lot more metal. So I'm going to read this through and build it. And as I said, I'm going to put a platform round the back there. Let me just make sure that's lit up. The other advantage of charcoal building, of course, is I can make torches. So I'm going to build a nice big platform out there. I'll probably have it outside. And then I'll add a second doorway there. So I'll see you once the smelter is built, and we can start throwing in our metals. Okay, well, I don't have long because my parents are about to show up to take me out for lunch because it's my birthday today. Yes, it is my birthday, and I am spending it playing Minecraft and talking to you. My life is just perfect. Anyway, here is a smeltery. It's only a single layer. I'm going to have to get a lot more clay, a lot more grout and seared bricks if I wanted to go up. See, at the moment it can only hold 9 things. If I add another layer, it will be able to hold 18. But let's just see how this works. I should be... Okay, I'm going to have to put some lava in it. Now, if I use a clay bucket to move the lava, the bucket will break. So let's actually... Now we've got a smeltery, let's use 3 of our iron to make a bucket. Now, that's a very fancy looking bucket. Because in here we have 4 iron dust. Now, I am going to have to be able to make a mould in order to be able to cast the iron into proper ingots for crafting. But I'm going to need a supply of... What is it? Casting... No, ingots. There, I need an ingot cast, but for that I need molten aluminum brass. Aluminum brass dust. So I need pulverized copper and 3 aluminium. And the problem is I do not currently have enough aluminium. Been looking through here and I just do not have the aluminium, so I might have to sift for more of that, but I think I can melt this stuff and just cast those things. So I put the dust in there. Go get ourselves the lava. Now I did add some extra cobble in there, so I had 2 buckets worth. I believe I just shove that in there. Yep. So the lava's gone in the tank. See, the level is raising. That's like 1 bucket's worth. Now, theoretically, these things will start to melt. Assuming I'm not doing this wrong. Does it not like this being on the corner? Let's try moving it. Let's get the lava out of there. And I'll swap that and that one. I want the 4 corners to match, so I want to get a chiseled one there. Right, that's lava. There we go. Alright, it doesn't like it being on the corners. So now you can see that that stuff is melting. The actual 4 blocks have appeared in there. I like lava in this texture pack. Looks good. So we're just waiting for this to melt. And now it's melted, it appears here as molten iron, and those 4 made 8 ingots worth. Now I believe if I can put other materials in there and they won't interfere unless they're materials that can mix to make an alloy, which means it will make the alloy. So I think, okay, I thought I could pour the iron straight onto there. Unfortunately 8 is not enough to make a block. I think I ran into this problem the last time I did this, but it doesn't matter. I can just leave the molten iron in there, and I'll get together the aluminium I need so I can make myself an ingot cast, and then I'll be able to start draining that stuff off. I'm left and right hand clicking, that isn't working. But that's it for this episode. When we next meet, I said I will have the aluminium I need in order to make these ingot casks. The other option I've got is, of course, come on, open up. There we go. Moving molten metals. There is a way that I could just keep the iron in molten form. So I might look into making liquid storage tanks, and I could have some of them there and pipe the molten iron and other metals and just keep them in a molten form until I'm ready to use them. So I will see you next time. Let me get some more wheat for bread. Oh, I just destroyed that. Oh well. Plenty of food now. We've got our metal production going. If I could just automate the production of cobble, that would be best. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.